In this video, we're going to make some earrings that are really easy. Yes, they are. Super fast to make and will make a great gift for your family and friends. And you might just want to keep a pair or two for yourself. If you're new to the channel, I'm Vicki. Welcome and welcome back to those of you who follow the channel. And thank you always for all your kind comments and support. As I said, we're going to make some easy earrings, fast earrings to make, and I do think they would make a great gift. And I hope that by the time you're finished watching this video, you'll feel inspired to try these ideas. Let's get started. So this is what I've pulled out so far. We have some assorted round beads, 2 of each. I have some head pins and ear wires in gold and silver. Some small beads, really tiny little beads in gold and silver. These are plated. And then I have this necklace that I think I'm going to take apart. And this stretch elastic, which I think was part of a watch band. We're probably going to take that apart too. So we're going to make several pairs of earrings in different lengths. Let's go ahead and take this apart. I can't use it for anything else. And can you imagine all the earrings you can make from this one bracelet? Well, it's part of a band for a watch, I believe. But I was going for these little red beads. That's what I wanted. A couple of these with the red and silver metallic. Let's add those to our bowl. I'm going to set these aside for now. And I'm also going to put these in here so you can see them better. And then this necklace has the large hole beads. Let's see, that's glued on there. So I'm just going to cut this. And what do we have? We have some large hole rhinestone beads. Those are really pretty. You need 2 of everything to make these earrings. So let's see, I have 2 of these with rhinestones. And then that's about it for matching up other than these metal pieces. And I have 1 leftover rhinestone. So I'm going to set those aside. So this is what we have for beads to start with. I'm going to keep these earrings really simple to start with, but you can expand on this idea and make them any way that you would like. So let's go ahead and start with 2 head pins. I've got 2 2-inch silver head pins, silver plated or whatever you like to use. And we do want to start with a small round bead. These are 3mm, tiny round beads. And then let's go ahead and make a pair of pearl earrings. Just really simple pearls, and add 2 more small round beads. You might get by with smaller head pins too, maybe 1.5 inches. So that's what I have. Okay, we can leave them this long or we could cut them shorter, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to leave this first pair quite long, but I'm going to use a post for the ear wire. Now, typically when I'm making an earring, I would bend it right here. But we're not going to do that today. No, we're not. We're going to go ahead and take round nose pliers. We're going to put the wire flush and make a loop. And then I'm going to roll this back. I'm going to put it on here and push that back. I'm going to work with it until I get it closed up. At the same time, I want it to look like an eye pin. How's that look? I think that looks pretty good. Let's do the same thing here. I'm just placing this in the same place that I had the other one, making a loop, pushing that all the way in, bending that back. You see it's not closed, and then we'll close it up. Okay, and you want them to look relatively close in size, pretty close. I'm going to use my chain nose pliers, and I'm going to open this sideways and slip it right through the loop on the earring post. And close it up, give it a little pinch. And same thing here, going to open this up. I think you're going to be surprised how easy these are. But I'm going to show you several. But I want you to see how different they can all look depending on the bead that you've used. I don't have the back on here, so let's go ahead and put a back. Slide it on here. Just using the butterfly back that comes with it. Or you could use the silicone backs like I like to use, but there you go. How fast was that for a quick pair of earrings for the holidays? You could put gold beads at the top and bottom of the pearl. You could add daisy spacers if you want, or you can just keep them very simple, just like this. So that's pair number 1. I am going to ask you to vote at the end of the video. Vote in your comment as your favorite or favorite pairs. So make sure you watch all the way to the end. And next, let's make pair number 2. For pair number 2, let's take 2 gold head pins and the small round gold bead. And then I have these vintage gold beads that I took apart from a necklace. Okay, you can make these the same length as the first pair. They would look really cool. And you can see the different size here. We got the larger bead. I think that one's probably 14 millimeter. I'll have to check here and let you know. But you could leave them long or you could make them shorter. If you want to make them a little bit shorter, you could use a shorter head pin for sure. Or you could just take your flush cutters and cut them. I'm going to cut these over my trash can and take about 1/4 of an inch off. Shorten them up just a little bit. Let's use our round nose pliers. And, you know, I'm just eyeing a spot on here, but you can always take a permanent marker and you could just kind of mark here across both of these. Put this right in here and make the loop. Got a loop. Roll it back. Close it up. Wires flush. Make the loop. Put that on there. Roll it back. Close it up. Let's go ahead and get some ear wires. I didn't have any gold posts. I thought I had some, but I didn't find any, so I'm going to go with these. Go with this one here. And let's go ahead and open this sideways. Slip your ear wire on here and close it up. Same thing here. Open this sideways, or you could open it sideways on the ear wire, whichever way you want to do it. And close this up. You do want to make sure it's closed all the way and straight, so don't be afraid to work with it just a little bit to make sure that's closed and straight. So let's take a look at these. Let's compare as we change the length of it. Here's the first pair of simple earrings. Here's the first pair of the pearl earrings. And here's the gold pair. Now, I did use a hook ear wire, so that makes it longer. But if you have a post, you could shorten this up. And you can make this as short as you like because you have all the freedom that you want for the length just by adjusting the length of your head pin. So this is pair number 2. Can't you just see these with a pretty top or jacket or dress for that matter for the holidays? Simple elegance. Let's move on to pair number 3. Let's go with these red ones. These are glass beads, and because they have silver metallic on them, I'm going to go with silver. We could add, as I said, daisy spacers or just stay with the round bead. And you can use a larger round bead if you want than what I'm using here, because you can do anything you like. I just want to show you how quick and easy these earrings are and that they would make a great gift. Oh, those are cute. Those are really cute. I like those a lot. I might have to make myself a pair of those. Might have to. And I did say I have shorter head pins, so let's just do that. Let's just go with the shorter head pin. It doesn't take long to change them over. And since I'm pretty certain I'm going to make 2 pair, maybe one longer and one shorter, because I think I might just hold on to this first pair, the short ones. Just have a little bit of dangle. Okay, that's going to be a nice short one. And just push the beads down. What do? Take the round nose pliers, find that mark that we want, make sure it's flush. Beads are sliding up, but pull the beads down, pull that back, and close it up. I can close it up better once I put it on the ear wire. That's so short that the bead jumped off of here. Gotta find the hole in the bead. Yeah, this is a very short dangle pair. I am going to go with, I think, a post. Let's just open that sideways, slip it through the loop on the post earring, and make sure it's closed up all the way. Give it a little pinch. Close it up there. Let's take a look. I'm going to put a silicone earring back on these just because that's what I like. This time we have a dainty little pair, and they still have movement, and they're just a cute little pair of earrings. And they could, of course, be longer if I had used a hook ear wire instead of the post. I hinted that I was going to keep this pair, so let's go ahead and make another pair. We've got the beads to do it. I'm going to set those to the right and grab a couple more of these beads because I think someone's going to like these. We've got the two 2-inch head pins, small round bead, small round beads, the red glass bead with metallic, and 2 small round beads. What do we need to do? Pretty easy, just make our loop at the top. Let's go with the hooks this time. There's pair number 3. Let's take a look in comparison, the super long pair or the short pair, or anything in between, really. It can be any length that you'd like. So, let's move that around so you see more of the silver. But I think those are really pretty beads for this. This is officially pair number 3. Let's try these rhinestones, the ones with the large hole. If you follow the channel for any length of time, you know that I have a video out there for working with large hole beads. I've got 2 2-inch head pins, and we could use a larger bead than these. These are quite small, so maybe I will go to a medium size, or I really shouldn't say medium. This one is 4 millimeter. So 4 millimeter round bead. The fun thing about these earrings is that you really don't need a lot of beads to make them. Not at all. All right, so we have these large holes. Did you see what happened there? Did you see that fall through? Well, let's see if my idea that I've used before is going to work. I don't know. I don't know if it will or not. This is a silicone earring back, and I'm going to push that down here, and let's see if this is still going to fall through. No, it's not. But can I get it through the hole? That's the question. Well, let's do this. Let's put this on here, and then the silicone back with the narrow end facing down. Nope, didn't work that way, so take 2. Let's put the silicone back on first with the narrow part facing down and one facing up. So we have this, and then let's see what happens. Let's see if I can push this down here and get it to stay. I'm having a little bit of trouble getting this to fit in here. Well, let's turn it the other direction. What happens if I go ahead and put the widest part down? I still have one of them stuck inside of here. I want this large hole bead to not go anywhere. I want it to feel stuck inside of here. And it does. It's pretty good. I think I've accomplished what I wanted to do. And then let's add another one of those medium size or 4 millimeter round beads here. I think that's doable. Now let's try this on this one. So we need 2 silicone earring backs. The first one goes on with the tapered end facing up now, and the other one goes with the tapered end facing down. So that's what it looks like. Let's add the rhinestone bead, the large hole bead, whatever you might be working with. Let's take that off for now and get that one in and then slide this on. Okay, it's disappeared inside of there. Push that down. The little round bead is getting lost in there just a little bit. So I'm wondering maybe I should go larger on that bead. See if I can get this through. Yes, I can get this through the silicone inside. I'm going to go larger here on the bottom bead. This one is 5mm. And you can see it doesn't fall off the head pin, but you still want to have some kind of stabilizer inside these large hole beads so they don't, move all over the place. Okay, let's go back to, let's use the large hole on top as well. So this is what we have. It's a beautiful rhinestone large hole bead. It really is. Let's make sure that our head pin is as straight as possible. And we've been working with it. Let's try to straighten that out. Okay, and then like we've been doing, let's go ahead and make a loop on the end. But push that back on and press that back, roll it back and then close it up until you're happy with the way it looks. It's pretty good. Let's use the hook ear wires. Let's take a look at our fancy rhinestone earrings. Ooh, these are definitely party earrings. These are New Year's Eve earrings. What do you think? Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve where you're all dressed up? Those are gorgeous. I do see where I could close this just a little more. Just a little more here. Yes, I like those a lot. What do you think? That's pair number 4 already. Can you believe it? By the end of this video, I hope you'll be able to see how different each pair of earrings can look just by the beads that you use. The beads and a few findings, and each pair looks unique. Are you ready to make another pair? I think we're making 8 in this video. So now we have some stones that I've taken from other necklaces. These are kind of a greenish brown. And I have these stones, which are a pretty coral color. And this is a good opportunity to use these beads because you can see that the hole is rather large. I don't know if it's translating. And it has a little bit of a rough cut on the stone. Let's go ahead and work with these. And let's go with gold. And this time, let's add a couple of daisy spacers. Yeah, let's just add a couple more components here just to show you another slight change. I'm going to get 4 daisy spacers. But I'm going to stay with a small round 3mm gold bead. Let's add the small round bead to the head pins. The daisy spacers. And then the stone beads. And these are pretty good size. Oh wow, these are 12mm. Yeah, 12. If you need a template, you'll find links for some of the supplies and tools that I used in this video below the video in my Amazon affiliate store for Avante jewelry. So check that out if you need anything. And do know that you pay the same thing I do, and your purchases help support the channel. Thank you very much for that. If you have a smartphone, iPad, or desktop, you can access the link for my Amazon store, Avante jewelry. Okay, so here we go. We've added just a couple of daisy spacers, a very simple change. The daisy spacer helps cover up that rough cut hole on the stone bead. Simple change, but look how pretty. Let's go ahead and go with the gold ear wires. You know, I almost bent this right here. I'm so used to bending my earrings at the top of my last bead. I almost did it, but I'm trying this time to stay with the same style throughout, but show you variations on it. So I made a loop, Bend that wire back, close it up. Make a little eye pin. Eye pin or loop, whatever you want to call it. Wires flush. Let's go ahead, this time just open that up sideways on the head pin. It's just a matter of personal preference, which way you do it. You just want to make sure that it's closed. Okay, let's take a look at these. What are we up to here? We've made 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs of earrings. I'm not counting the pair that I'm keeping. This is pair number 5. Look at those. Aren't those classy? Oh my gosh, they got a very modern, contemporary look to them. Just adjusting this slightly. But I like those a lot. And truly, it's all about the bead, is it not? The gold really sets this bead off. But yeah, I like these a lot. Those are beautiful. And they're really not very heavy because you only have 1 bead on here. It's not like you have beads all the way, but that's pair number 5. What do you think? What else can we make? We have these 2 howlite beads. They're an off-white with brown veining. Let's see what we can do with those. I'm going to go with silver. I think copper would look nice too, but I'm going to go with silver. Got our head pins, and we have our small round bead. Can we do anything different to this pair? Same idea, but slightly different. Let me take a look in my bead stash. I have a whole bunch of different types of spacer beads. So I'm thinking maybe instead of a daisy spacer, let's just put one of these little spacers at the top and bottom. See if we like it. Of course, I have to make sure that this doesn't fall through. It's okay. It's fine. I'll show you in just a second what we have. That's what we have. Oh, I have to add the last round bead because that's just part of the look. You just straighten that just a little bit. But that's what we have. Let's take a look at it with just the round bead and no spacer bead. That's what it looks like versus this. Thinking here. For some reason my head pin's going a little bit crooked. Maybe I need a different head pin because this one's bent quite a bit. I mean, I can straighten it to a degree, but little changes, just tiny little changes. Yeah, why not? Let's go with it. But we're going to stay with making these a long single dangle on the head pin. I'm going to go ahead with the hook. Let's take a look. So this is pair number 6 already, and you can see how fast we're making these. Pair number 6, again, just 2 beads, a few spacer beads, a couple little round beads, a couple of head pins, and you're good. I mean, these are very unique earrings. These are not earrings that you see every day. At least I don't think so. Are you ready to make, let's see, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is pair number 6. We still have a few beads left, so let's keep going. If you're enjoying this video, I appreciate a like. Be sure to comment, and if you haven't done so, please subscribe. And keep watching, there's more. Pair number 7, I have, again, these greenish brown stones. I also have these little rondelles, rhinestone rondelles, which are very different. Large hole again. Let's go back and try these again. They're different from the first one. You can see they're different. A couple of silver head pins, 2-inch. I think we're going to need some of these earring backs. I need to refill. And you'll find a link for the earring backs that I use below the video for the Amazon store. Okay, so let's add the small round bead like we've been doing. And then let's go ahead and put this, just one of these, on the head pin. And then let's try the rhinestone rondelle. It's not the typical rhinestone rondelle. So that's it. Now, I can see the silicone through here, so I want a larger bead on the bottom. I didn't really want to see that silicone bead, so let's try the medium size. Let's just put it right here and see. It should cover it up pretty much, but we'll find out here. Just pushing the bead over the silicone. You know what? Give me a little hard time, so I'm putting the rondelle, the rhinestone rondelle on first and then pushing that inside. Now, how's that? Is that going to go through? Oops, it went through. So let's go with a larger bead on the bottom. These here. As I said, the silicone earring back is more so to stabilize your large hole bead than anything. You don't want to be completely... Oh, did you see that? Did you see that? The holes in this larger silver bead, my head pin went right through there. I wasn't expecting that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get a seed bead. Try to find two the same size. These are not all the same size. They just aren't. But that should work. Seed bead on here. That should prevent this larger round bead from going through. It does. Okay, now back to this again. Oh, I still have the silicone component, the earring back in there. Just going to push it inside so it's flush. There we go. We've just added that extra little bead on the bottom. So that means I need to add the extra little seed bead on top. So this is what we have. Speaking of top, it kind of looks like a top, doesn't it? Looks like you could spin it like a top. And you can do any variation you want. Just getting another head pin. Oh, why did I only get 2 seed beads out? I need 4. I need 4 of those. I need to match them. Okay, try this again. Seed bead, round bead, rhinestone rondelle, silicone bead. Kind of push that inside. At the same time I'm pushing down. Don't want to bend your head pin. And then round bead, seed bead on top. So that's what we have. Little top, rhinestone top design. And I'm going to keep this long like the others. And then I need some ear wires. Take a look at it. Here's pair number 7, and I really like them. I really like them a lot, even though I don't typically wear earrings this long. I just think they're really pretty. I do see that I need to push that silicone back in here just a little more. I'm going to use that bead to help push it in there a little more. Just keep that in mind. It looks good now, and I really like these. I would like these shorter too. But I think what it is, I really like the rhinestone rondelle and the fact that it looks like a little top. I think that's really cool. Pair number 7. Can we make one more? Sure we can. Are there 8 days in a week? 8 days a week? I've decided not to use those because I forgot I had pulled these out. This is one other idea that I have that's slightly different. A slightly different look to them. These are from some necklace that I took apart. And these beads have a little loop on each end. Do you see the loop? It already has a loop on it. So I've got an idea. Got different sizes of these, but I'm going to pull out the small ones. And I know I'm going to repeat this color, but I'm going to use these red ones one more time. And you can use an eye pin if you want, or a couple of head pins. I might just grab a couple of eye pins. I'll be right back. So I have a couple of eye pins. I could have turned the head pin into an eye pin, but, you know, I've got some of these. So let's go ahead and go all out for this one. Let's throw everything at it. Let's get some daisy spacers, some silver daisy spacers. Need 4. And let's use the medium size. What were these? These were 4mm. 4mm round bead, daisy spacer, these beautiful red beads with a silver metallic, another daisy spacer, and then another round bead. Okay, let's do the same thing here. Let's just go ahead and build this one while we're at it. I really do like these red beads for the holidays. So we're not going to change up how we made the actual earring. Got a couple of ear wires, and I'm not going to change the style that we've been making today. Not completely anyway. We're still going to make our loop and roll it back, close it up. That's all going to be about the same. Could roll it back a little more. You'll know when you have it the way you want it. Oh, these are getting away from me. Do the same thing here. And this really does help. I marked it with the marker, and it really does help to keep things consistent. So it will wear off, though. It wears off pretty fast. Let's close that up. So let's go ahead and attach this to the ear wire first. Close it up. Okay, so we have eye pins, right? I don't know if this eye pin will go through here. I don't know. I'm going to try. I might have to use a jump ring. We'll see here. If I can get it closed up, because it's pretty small. I don't want to bend up my eye pin or my head pin doing this, but I think I've got it. Let's try it here. You could use a jump ring if you want, or you can make your own eye pin and make it slightly larger, because the ones that come with the eye pins, well, these are pretty small. Get back on there. See, this is why I like my chain nose. I can get in there closer than I could with my flat nose pliers. Oh, where's my earring display? Well, these are different. They're different. They're Christmassy. I wasn't sure what they were going to look like, but I thought they would look fun, and they are. They look fun. They look like Christmas ornaments with the red and silver, and then the little ball dangles. So there you go. There's pair number 8. Can you believe that we just made 8 pairs of earrings, and how fast it was to make each pair? I really like this style of earring. How about you? But keep watching here. I'm going to do a recap of all 8 pairs that we made today, and then you can vote. And then I'll pop in at the end. Here's what we made today. Are these earrings that we made today something that you would try for yourself or to give to a friend or a family member? We do have the holidays coming up, so I can imagine some of these earrings in traditional red and green or whatever color you like for the holidays. I even made myself another pair besides those red ones. What do you think? I needed some blue earrings. Think about this. There's so many variations, from the beads to the length to the findings to the metal that you use. Oh my gosh, and the ear wires, right? There's so many variations for making these earrings. I'm sure you probably have some beads in your bead stash. You think? I hope you enjoyed this video on these 8 pairs of earrings that we made. Very simple and unique earrings that you can make any length you like. Thanks for watching. I'm Vicki, and I'll see you in the next video. Let's see, I can make a pair in pink and purple and yellow and green and probably black and just silver, just gold. What color am I missing here? I don't know. I like them all.